Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Travis and today we're going to be listening to Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Let Me Hear. This is going to be a new band on the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm anxious to listen to their first song, so let's just get right into it.
You got to know now is how we are gifted just for being human sphere. Absolute predator, we do not even have any enemies. Maybe they're not anymore watching us and thinking that someday we will be dead.
That was an interesting journey. I was not expecting that. I'm like kind of conflicted. This is definitely like somewhat out of my comfort zone. It I gotta say, when they switched like halfway through, I was just like, "What? Like, what is going on, dude?" They changed into like a party mix type deal. This is definitely interesting. Like, I love the music. I will say that I read just about every comment. This is just a personal preference, but I tend to stay away from like his voice. I liked his voice, but I tend to personally kind of stray away from kind of like the auto tune-ish like sound like that was coming from this guy. And this isn't like, it's just out of, it's just like a preference, and it's maybe it's I'm not comfortable with it. It's just different. And I know that you guys tend to recommend music, and sometimes they kind of have that kind of auto-tune-ish type voice like this. It kind of sounded like he was singing through a harmonica in a sense. And it's such a weird sound that I'm not used to. And it's not meant to be a slight or anything. It's just, when things are new to you, it's kind of weird. So I don't know. This might take a little bit of getting used to. And maybe this song is kind of like my introduction to this type of sound. So maybe as I listen to this type of sound more, I'll get more comfortable with it and start appreciating it for what it is. Definitely, it's definitely an interesting band. Hopefully you guys don't take it in a negative way by saying that the autotune's a little. I'm standoffish with that type of sound a little bit, but I don't know. This is a nice introduction. I'm just gonna get right into the lyrics and try to decipher this. You guys do not notice that we are gifted just by being humans. We are absolute predators. We do not even have any enemies. Maybe there are other animals watching us and thinking that someday we will beat them down. Talking about appreciating being a human. We're top of the food chain. Oh, and we have brains to think hard. Wear our favorite clothes. We are at no doubt human beings' many small lives. They were born with the fate of dying for someone, a human baby. A human baby, when will they find out? When will they find out the true fact? I guess this is kind of talking about that we really can kind of live day to day with no worries or fears. We can kind of live day to day comfortably. When we kind of think about nature and how we're kind of the exception to nature, the fact that we can kind of, destroy and top of the food chain, we can kind of do what we want without any, worries. But if we were born to be prey, we would be dying for someone, another animal, another creature, another predator. So I guess it's kind of just talking about appreciating the fact that we can kind of live comfortably as being human beings and being blessed with the fact that we can kind of go day to day with no worries because there's other creatures on this planet that can't say the same. At the point they were born, we are winners. Okay, you know what? I'm going to translate this. Oh, you, the one next to me who was crying alone, ask me, so we'll live close together until the sparkles shine through. This is kind of when translate. I feel like I won't be able to understand or appreciate the true meaning behind this. I can kind of get an idea, but I feel like this is kind of when, as a native, Japanese speaker that almost 60% of the audience is, this is kind of where I feel like you guys need to chime in and be like, this is what it means, and this is kind of the feeling or emotion behind what it was trying to represent. Because I feel like it's one thing to translate, but I feel like there's a little bit of meaning behind it that gets lost in translation. So you guys will have to help me out with that lyric. For what have I been living for? When will I find out the answer? An answer that is only for you. What will myself and the first scenery I saw look like? It's my face. Trying to find the meaning of life. Why were you born? What were you born for? What is your purpose on this earth? And that's really a question that some people, most people, almost everybody struggles with. And most of us, I feel like, don't find the answer to that. We kind of just go through life day in and day out, just kind of just going with the motion. What will myself, the first scenery I saw look like? It's my face, my face. This is kind of like pulling me in different directions on like how to interpret this stuff. You guys are definitely gonna feel like you guys are definitely gonna have to do some heavy lifting. Shut up, I read this inside, the book I read before. According to Maslow, there are 5 steps in a human's desire. To live a long life, to stay safe, and to receive baby. Love from others. I guess this is, it's talking about appreciating you being an apex predator in a sense that top of the food chain, you don't have to worry day in and day out. And then now it's kind of talking about this is kind of what kind of, I'm assuming, kind of separates us from all the other species. To get respect from others, to get closer to your ideal. That's what is said. No matter how hard other animals try, they probably can't go over the first step, which is to get love from others. Yeah, the other, species on this planet, they're either predators or prey, and Even predators have other predators to worry about, like lions have to worry about another bigger, stronger lion taking over the pride. It's just all about strength. That is how intelligent we are, and an animal filled with greed. Yeah, we're a very intelligent species. Yeah, greed is unfortunately one of the sins that most people suffer from. But that is probably why we can still live on the top of the food chain. In this blue planet, although we have weak bodies, our intelligence is what makes us strong. Like, we do have weak bodies. We can't go up to a lion and fight it and win. Like, come on. It's our intelligence and our ability to create weapons we can use to weaponize against things that want to try to kill us. Yeah, our intelligence is what separates us. Oh, I see the usual mourning in your eyes again. Tears that flow fade away. For what to live, for think deeply as you live. It's a little weird to say. For what to live, for think deeply as you live. Because we humans are the only ones that can do this on Earth. The only ones that can think deeply as we live, and see things from other perspectives, deal with complex emotions, highly intelligent that we can create things and stuff of that nature. We see an issue and we can create a solution to the issue. We have a very complex mind and we can do things that other creatures can't, which is what puts us at the top of the food chain. Other creatures, such as like lions, tigers, it's all about, like passing on their genes, where their next meal's coming from. That's kind of to the extent of it. I mean, of course, there's other creatures that have a little bit more complex hierarchies and stuff like that, like monkeys and such. To our extent, they probably can't think as deeply or, problem solve or deal with emotions or see other perspectives as well as we can. So, new answer. What is it you want to get in your right hand? I'm not exactly sure how to interpret that. Is it saying, like, what is it that you want in life? Like in your hands, like, what is it that you desire, that you want? Tell me your answer. Prove that you're different from monkeys. Oh, that's funny that I just referenced them. If there is nothing to crave for, humans will die in a way. Don't you think so too? Let me hear. Humans always crave something. There's always something lacking, everybody's life. It could be romance, it could be finances, but there's, generally speaking, as a whole, there's always a goal. There's always a motivation that drives us. That's what pushes us. That's the goal that we can set our sights on, and we can look at it and we can just focus on that to achieve something. And I guess it's kind of saying that if we don't crave anything, we don't have a goal or objective, like, humans will die and fade away. And I think that's very reasonable. Society is always about improving, building upon things. Just as our day-to-day life, it's kind of the same thing, just different mindset. Building upon maybe making more money, maybe making more time to spend with family. There's always something that we're trying to improve in just our day-to-day life. Maybe we're trying to figure out ways to, better use our time for more constructive things. Maybe trying to find time to, enjoy your hobbies. There's always something we're building on. If you have no goals or motivations or things you want, it's kind of like, what's the point of living? It's kind of saying humans will die away, but it's kind of like, if you don't have a purpose or a goal to look forward to, you're just existing. And that's not really living. If you're existing, you're not living life. In a whole, I feel like it's just saying to appreciate the fact that you're human, it's a gift, you're top of the food chain. You don't have to worry about being another creature where you got to worry about, where your meal's coming from. If you're like a prey animal, like, you don't have to worry about day in and day out being killed, and to, find your goal in life, pretty much. Like, find out what it is drives you and motivates you, and that pushes you forward to keep continuing and to keep moving forward. Find out what it is, because that goal, that dream, is what motivates you and what makes you. It's what drives us. I probably didn't convey it as well as I would like to, but I think you guys will probably understand the general thing that I'm trying to say. But this is an interesting band. Hopefully you guys don't critique me too much on, like, the auto-tune. I'm a little, like, standoffish with, but it's something that if I listen to this band more, you know, if you guys recommend more from this band, you guys like this band, that I'd probably listen to it more and I'll start appreciating it more. But this is an interesting band. They're definitely unique in their own way. It's definitely a first for me. So, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the lyric breakdown. Let me know, you know, your interpretation of the lyrics. Let me know how far off or how accurate I was. You know, recommend more from this band if you want to hear more. Recommend other Japanese artists you haven't heard before. I read just about every comment. And hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.